I'm 18 and I've spent over 100 hours finding a way to make the painful work of online business easy, straightforward, and enjoyable. And it's already changed my life because now I can do the fun things in life, like watch movies or play sports with my friends. And it's already made me believe that I can go far in online business while actually enjoying the entire journey. And so if you follow my two-step method to creating a habit which destroys procrastination and makes work fun and purposeful again, which I'm about to teach you in this video, I guarantee that you'll be able to copy what I've done. So make this video full screen, take notes because what I'm about to teach you is going to save you a head ton of time from going down the wrong path. My name is Muhammad Iyad and I am going to change your life. I remember when I was extremely inconsistent with my work. I used to have inspiration, these small bursts of motivation every now and then. But what ended up happening, I remember when I used to be extremely inconsistent with my work. I used to have these little bouts of inspiration and motivation every now and then, but I would just end up procrastinating and I'd leave the work till the weekend or till the time that I got really free or I was like, I had no work at all. Right. And I felt lazy and I hated myself for that because I was doing these things, right? I told myself that, you know, I was busy, so I couldn't work. But the truth was that I was just wasting time. I was literally just doing random tasks that didn't matter. I was spending time on YouTube or doing worthless things like, just taking random web series or movies and I just kept on watching them. Right. And I told myself that I was busy and, I wasn't free, but I actually was. And I felt horrible about that. I felt like I was lying to myself. I felt disgusting and I felt like I didn't want this, right? I didn't want to continue being like this. I saw the horrible future in front of me. I saw who I was going to become. And it was a person who is not proud of himself at all. Simply because he was lazy, simply because he procrastinated. I realized that one day all of my dreams would die and I would never have given enough effort to bring them to life. And this is going to be you, right? Because if you don't stop procrastination once and for all, if you don't work towards your dreams today, then one day you're going to realize that they could have come to life, but you just didn't put the effort because you were lazy. And you're going to want to kill yourself because of that. You're going to have just bad thoughts, like depressing, suicidal thoughts, simply because you just couldn't put in the effort. But trust me, I can change that, right? I changed that myself. I stopped procrastinating once and for all and I showed up to work every single day. Work became easy for me. It became purposeful and I finally feel like I'm making progress towards my mission. And this can be you. This can be you. And all you have to do is just copy me word for word and you're gonna get there. And let's just get into it, right? So step number one is to understand the root cause, right? You need to understand the root cause. The best thing to do right now in order to improve your situation, right, is to understand the limiting belief that is causing you to stay lazy, that is causing you to stay in the position that you are in right now. Because no matter how much we run from it, no matter how much we lie to ourselves, there is always a root cause. There is always a belief that we have, whether it's something that we heard our dad say to us when we were kids, or maybe some friend made fun of us and that caused us to think a belief. I don't know, it could be anything, but there's always a belief that is causing you to just stay stuck, just stay lazy. And we need to kill that, right? You need to understand what it is and remove it, right? Procrastination is basically fear, right? Fear of not being able to succeed. Because imagine this, like just hear me out, right? This is a really good analogy. I think you'll understand this. When you're scared, when you're shit scared, right? You freeze because you don't know what to do and your body just freezes. You can't move or you can't speak. When you're scared, you just can't think properly. You can't make decisions. You just freeze. The same thing happens with procrastination. You imagine yourself doing so many things. You imagine yourself becoming this, but you just freeze because you fear that you won't be able to succeed. And that's what procrastination really is. And so the truth is that the only way to actually overcome this is understanding yourself, understand who you are and understand what your position is in life and what your unique role is in life. And what I personally did was that I journaled, right? I journaled deeply for what could be the reason for why I was lazy. And I used the 5 whys method, which is basically just keep on asking yourself why until you understand the main reason. So let me give you an example. What I personally did was that I asked myself, okay, why do I procrastinate? Well, I'm lazy. Why am I lazy? Because I don't think that I can succeed. Why do I not think that I can succeed? Because I've never succeeded before. And why have I never succeeded before? Because I've never put in that much work. Why have I never put in that much work? Because I don't believe that I can even put that much work, right? I've found the reason. It's usually this, right? You just can't believe that you can't put in the work and you just don't believe that you can become this person that you really want to become. And so what you need to do is just ask yourself why till you find the root cause, the simple main reason as to why you are procrastinating. And you're going to get there. And meditate on it, right? Meditate on this reason and understand why you think of this and what really just caused this belief to come in the first place, because these are the beliefs that you need to be removing out of your brain in order to succeed, in order to put in the work and stuff. Right? And understand, right? This is not something that will take you years to do. In fact, I guarantee that you can do it in literally by the end of today. If you just do what I told you and act like a retard and just copy what I've told you, you can do it by today. You'll find out the reason by today. I used to think that I just couldn't get rid of this, right? I feel bad for you. I genuinely do. Because I used to feel the exact same way. I used to feel that I just could not get rid of procrastination and I'd always stay stuck. Just have a horrible life. I am where you want to be right now. So just please trust me. Just listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. Ignore other people. Just listen to my advice because what I'm telling you will work. Step number 2. Create visual progress trackers. Now, this is a very interesting one because, okay, just ask yourself this question right now. I want to ask you a question, right? When is the time that your brain gives you the best results when it comes to productivity and getting shit done? Did you think of, like, can you think of an answer? When was the time when your brain just gave you the best results when it came to productivity? Because for me personally, right, and I think this applies to a lot of people, the time when I got the best results from my brain from when it came to productivity, the time when I got the best consistency was when I was seeing numbers, when I was seeing progress visually, when I was seeing that I had a streak of 2 days, and it went up to 10 days, then it went up to month, and then months. And so when that happened, I started feeling consistency and, I started feeling this sort of confidence in myself. And so I started putting in more work. And it's as simple as that, right? The brain just likes numbers. It sees that you're taking a streak, right? You're trying to keep up with a streak or you're improving at something, and it gives you it makes sure that it gives every bit of importance and attention to this one thing so that you can just level up. Because this happens in video games. If you've ever played video games, which I think you have, there are all of these leveling systems, right? Levels, where if you unlock if you want to unlock a character, you got to level up and stuff. And so the brain sees that, okay, level 1, level 2, level 3. Yeah, I'm gonna just lock in and grind because I'm seeing progress. I want to defeat the main boss. I want to get down the HP, and I want to increase my own HP by putting a shield, etc. I don't know. It could be different for different games, but whatever it is, the brain just loves numbers. And so the best way to create these sort of metrics, right? These sort of metrics in your life so that you can see progress is to create habit trackers. Have a habit tracker on your wall. And I'm doing this right now as well. And literally, this works like amazing, man. I promise you. So for me, it works like I've seen the best results when I've tried to get rid of a habit. And what I've basically done is that I've written up on my wall, no sugar for 30 days. And when I see that I've ticked it for, I don't know, it's like 21 days now, so 3 weeks. It's like I've done it for 18 days out of 21 days. And when I see that, I feel like, yeah, I want to go another day without sugar. And I've made so much progress when I've seen that I've been keeping up with this streak. It feels amazing. And so when you create habit trackers, right, you literally see this sort of progress happening right in front of you in real time. And you get more encouraged by the brain to just lock in and get more points in. And so I encourage you to use your creativity to make progress bars or stuff that you could like make cute little graph where you can just see a line going up or something, or make a progress bar where you can just like shade how much progress you've made. It's up to you. You can make creativity and just try to get a habit up, right? Because literally this is the best thing that you could ever do, is to create these visual trackers, visual metrics. Now, step number 3 is use habit trackers to specifically remove addictions, right? Because understand that procrastination is also caused due to these addictions that you have around your life. And all of these addictions are a result of external programming that is, done to you by social media, video games, and porn, and the people around you, right? All of this actually just leads to becoming this sort of, person who procrastinates a lot and who is addicted. And so understand that this is scientifically proven that you cannot forget a habit, but you can replace it, right? You cannot actually just remove a habit by forgetting it, but you can replace the habit. And also, everything you're addicted to is just cheap dopamine. Like literally just social media, porn, drugs, all of this is cheap dopamine. You just get hit. And that is not good. You need to be chasing after hard dopamine, right? The good dopamine, which is found in watching books and watching long format content. And when you read books and you just do this sort of exercise and stuff, and you find the dopamine from that is the good dopamine. And for example, me, I replaced watching YouTube videos with creating YouTube videos. I replaced video games with business, and I've done so many things where I've just replaced my addictions. And so you can use this, right? You can literally just use habit trackers to remove these addictions and build up this sort of persona, this person who can become literally a hardworking person who is not procrastinating every single moment. And so this is the point that you need to take home, right? And it's that make your life revolve around boredom, right? Everything in your life should revolve around boredom. And it's like, imagine if you were trapped in a room. Now, if you had phone, if you had a device and you were told that you can play any video game on this device, and you also had your laptop and you were told that you could work on anything for 4 hours on this laptop, what would you do? And let's say you were trapped for like your entire lives or something, a long period or something, doesn't matter. You'd probably pick up the phone, right? But what if you weren't given the phone? What if it was only the laptop and you were told that you can only work on this, right? And there was nothing else in the room to entertain you, then you'd probably just end up working because work would be the most fun thing in the entire room. And so if your life revolves around boredom, then work will become the most fun thing in your life, and it's going to give you the best dopamine. And that will help in becoming this person who does not procrastinate because you constantly working, right? You'll outwork everyone by being bored. Now, step number 4, which is just more advice on habits, right? Is that if you're trying to get rid of a habit, do it one at a time, right? So you wanna build this sort of person who can work hard by not procrastinating. Well, how do you do that? You remove your addictions. So if you're trying to remove your addictions by making habit trackers, just do it one at a time, right? Because I personally made this mistake. If you scroll down on my YouTube, you'll see there was a monk mode that I was trying to do, which was getting disciplined for 30 days. And it went well for 2 weeks, but then after that, it started deteriorating. And when I actually tried to analyze why that was happening, I found out that I was trying to do too many things at the same time. It's literally not something it's like proven you will get distracted, you will get addicted to things again if you try to do multiple things at a time. So just do one thing at a time because, for example, for me, no sugar or minimalism on my screen time, right? Just minimizing my screen time. All of this, I did it one by one, and that was what helped me the most. And so if you're also trying to create good habits, right, in your life, good work habits, good health and exercise habits, then make them as fun and easy as possible. That's going to stop you from procrastinating and will get you to instantly work because you like the process. If you literally like the process, then there's nothing that's going to stop you from doing it. As simple as that. And if you just do these things, right, even for 1 hour a day, if you just focus on doing these things, just show up, try to create a good habit, try to put in the work, make it as fun as possible, or, remove the bad habits. If you just show up 1 hour every single day, then you're guaranteed to get results because the momentum wave is going to come, right? And if you show up every day, then the momentum wave is going to carry you to success, while other people who haven't been showing up are not going to be carried. And so become obsessed with improving your work ethic. Become obsessed with removing your addictions, removing this external programming that you get from your environment, and focus on actually building good dopamine habits because that's going to finally start making you work again, finally start converting you into a person who works for like a lot of time and produces good work. Once you start doing these things word for word, then procrastination will literally just no longer be an issue and you'll find that you'll be able to control yourself. And learning will become this sort of easy thing, right? Learning to improve and learning to work again is going to be easy. Laziness is going to be easy to destroy. And you'll feel like you're playing a video game, like you're literally just leveling up and, increasing your stats. And that's going to cause you to produce amazing work and just create beautiful things in this world. And as you just do all of this, right, you'll start feeling proud of yourself. Literally, you'll have so much respect for yourself because you're improving and you're putting in the work even when no one else is seeing you. And that by itself is going to make you so proud of yourself. You're going to feel amazing. And life is going to be absolutely beautiful. It's going to be like a movie, right? A nice movie. And you'll enjoy talking to people again and you'll have these stories to share because you worked hard, because you weren't lazy and you put in the effort towards your goals. And so you'll finally have other people respecting you as well, because you were showing them these stories towards your mission, right? And you were just working so hard that you felt proud of yourself. And I'll always be here for you, right? I'll always be teaching you how to overcome laziness, how to fall in love with process, with work, so that once you succeed, it's not even about the result. It's not even about achieving the goal. It's like you were already you already loved the process. I'll always be here. I'll always be teaching you that. And I'll help you make work fun again. And you've seen the video, right? You've seen the video and you've seen that something feels different. That what I'm telling you is not something that everyone tells you. Like, I'm giving you advice that works, right? This shit works, and no one is telling you this. I'm different to other people that you've seen. And so I help young guys complete the non-negotiables for like 4 hours a day, in 4 hours a day, every single day. And it becomes practically easy and fun for them to put in the work so that they can succeed. And they don't have to rely on motivation or discipline or being confused, right? And I tell them exactly what I did from step 0 to step 100, which I've linked in the description. And I'm doing this thing where I'm helping 5 people for free, because I just want to share how my product is and I want to show you guys how good it is. So if you're interested, just message me on, you can message me on Telegram, or you can literally just book a call with me. So yeah, save your spots because pretty sure they're going to get filled up soon. And see you.